Well, there is a hurricane heading towards Florida. Hurricane Milton was briefly a Category 5, and as we record this, it is a Category 4. It is, I think, going to hit Florida as a 4 or even a 3, but it is a massive hurricane, and it has pointed itself right at the Tampa area. At last we heard. Mass evacuations are occurring on Tuesday morning. Gas stations, Brian, were already running out of gas. And you have basically another 24 hours before you have to definitely get out. And already they're out of gas because they're hoarding the gas, even the people who are not leaving. So you live in a high rise. You just want to make sure you have gas. It's just like the toilet paper thing. Everybody's hoarding it who doesn't even need it necessarily. So yeah, 1,000 gas stations had run out of gas as of 11 a.m. Eastern. That's what CNN was reporting. 1,000 Florida gas stations have run out of gas, and I'm guessing that they're all in the same area. They're not down to Miami, where there's not much of a fear of anything happening. So I have a clip here, and I'm going to play it. It includes a Uber driver talking about it and a bit of a news report.
In addition to those evacuations, folks are also dealing with stocking up on things like gasoline, supplies that they need. And this is what folks in areas there along the Gulf near Fort Myers are dealing with. You're seeing those long lines at the gas stations, and look at the shelves inside this Walmart.
All right, guys, there's no gas in Lakewood Ranch. This is scary. All right, guys, so I'm looking on the Uber app, and there's like really high paying rate right now. You could probably make, I don't know, $100 in 2 hours on Uber easily. Problem is, if I don't have gas, how am I going to be able to drive Ubers?
Well, if you had an electric Uber, sir, you would be able to go ahead because the power is not out until the hurricane actually arrives. And when it does, no one's going to want to go anywhere, hopefully. You're not going to want to take them. And electric Ubers are becoming a lot more common, and there's programs from Uber to actually electrify their fleet, right?
Yeah, as an Uber driver, you're going to usually make more money with an electric Uber because you don't have to pay for gas.
Right, and I think there's even an upcharge for an electric Uber, or at least there was this green option in Lyft and Uber. Yeah, I've considered doing it. I might have to one day. It's either that or be a Walmart greeter, and I don't think I can stand on my feet that long. So, they'll be able to operate right up until the storm hits. Hopefully, they'll keep their electric vehicles away from floodwaters if you can, as you would attempt with any car. Meanwhile, electric car owners woke up with a full tank this morning. If you had plugged in, and if you lived in a home or at a condo where you could plug in, you would have woken up with a full tank. You have not been thinking about going to a gas station at all. So that's good. That's an advantage for an electric car owners. But what about when the power goes out? And for 2 weeks, that could happen. That's what they're warning. Well, you can't pump gas when the power is out. A lot of people don't realize that, and then there's still shortages and there's still lineups because then they have to ship the gas there. And now some gas stations have been told to put in generators, backup generators, so they'll need gasoline for that, and then they run out, and that can be a problem. In the future, I believe that you'll be able to power your home with your EV. I mean, that's already starting with programs from Ford and others, basically vehicle to home. Where you can plug in your electric vehicle, say a pickup truck, and power your home for a week or two if you are efficient at it. And even if you run out, you could possibly be able to drive to a location that you've determined has power and charge up and bring that power back home to your house and run your refrigerator again when that happens. Tesla charging. This is the X/Twitter account of Tesla charging. They've put out a post on the hurricane, Milton. It says, if charging at home, charge to 100%. The live status and availability of superchargers are in the vehicle's touchscreen or the Tesla app. So if, chargers are going to fill up, that's going to be a problem, especially for people evacuating. So you can see that and see where the maybe the slower or more free Tesla chargers are. Access types for other EVs are on the Find Us map. So if you're, driving a non-Tesla, you can now charge up at a Tesla charger if you have Ford or Rivian or GM. Pre-hurricane, we are focused on uptime of superchargers. Post-hurricane, we will be focused on restoration and are prepared to deploy mobile superchargers powered by megapacks. where access to charging is most impacted. So they, on a massive scale, can bring the power to where there's blackouts.
Yeah, they have superchargers that are basically like a semi-truck with a giant battery on it, and those can be deployed and have been deployed in certain situations. And I would point out some of the same things that apply to electric cars apply to electric bicycles as well. If you have the opportunity before the hurricane to charge your electric bike to 100%, that's a great idea as well. You want to try and keep them on higher ground if you can. Like, you don't want your car or your electric bike submerged in water for too long. That is a danger for battery fires. But, even if you just are able to maybe use your electric bike battery to charge your phone or something like it.
Which I can, and I could do it for a month, I think, or
yeah,
more.
Probably.
The whole family, I could charge up their phones from my electric bike battery, which is just an average electric bike battery. It's got a USB port on it. So that's... we've done that.
Yeah.
We haven't had really long power outages, but we have done that, and it's been nice to have because it's always there, right? It's always got some charge in it, at least 60-80%.
Yeah. No, and I've charged my phone from my laptop as well. Like if there's a power outage for too long, it's like, oh, my phone's getting a bit low. Well, my laptop has a pretty big battery, and I can just charge my phone from that.
Join the Clean Energy Show's Clean Club with a YouTube channel membership or on Patreon and support our weekly climate programming. Get early access to all our videos and podcasts, as well as members-only bonus content, Discord server access, and a monthly bonus podcast from Brian and James. The Clean Energy Show is released every week wherever you get audio, as well as YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.